Hey everyone, I hope you're all really well today. I'm a bit excited. I'm doing another pick a card reading for you guys. I got a lot of really nice feedback from my last two, in particular the relationship reading. They always tend to be quite popular because, you know, we all want to be loved, we all want love, and yeah. So I'm going to do another relationship reading. In the future I am going to do some pick card readings around work as well, because that's a massive thing for people, but this particular one is relationship reading, as I said. So it was hard for me to decide what question to be asking. I did get some feedback from some people, especially a close friend of mine, and she'll know who she is. And what I decided was the question is going to be, what is it that I need to learn out of this relationship? Because I think that that's really important. I think it's a little bit more important than sort of knowing, you know, what does this person, how does this person think I look, or, you know, I mean, that's great, but, you know, I'm a big believer in that we attract people in our lives for reasons. We're in relationships with people for particular reasons, for lessons to learn, so that we can learn what we need to learn and to ascend, hopefully. Some of us don't do that. Some of us continue to keep doing the same karmic cycle, but look, that's okay. Everyone is on their own journey. So I'm hoping that these readings will give you guys a little bit of clarity into what it is that you need to know. All right, guys. Now, my last pick a card readings, I got you guys to pick from 3 different sets of cards. Today, I'm just going to be using one set of cards. And the reason that is because that's what I have been drawn to do. Also because secretly I have a really good relationship with this particular deck of cards. I have a good connection with them. And also because I am awaiting on a couple of new decks of cards that I can use, some new energy and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, guys, okay, I'm going to go ahead with the reading. So you need to pick, I'm going to do 3 readings. So you need to pick either number 1, number 2, or number 3. You cannot make a wrong choice, okay? Whatever it is that you need to know, that message is going to be delivered to you. So I know with some people, if they don't like what they hear from one particular pile, they'll go to another pile afterwards, because I think sometimes we just, you know, don't want to hear the truth, or, you know, it's not what we want to hear. So, but guys, it's totally up to you what you want to do. If you want to pick 2 piles, you can pick 2 piles. But I think if you want to get a really clear reading, and if you want, you know, the truth, pick 1. And don't think about it for too long. Just pick number 1, 2, or 3, and we'll get started. And I'll also use the oracle cards after each reading from each pile, to get some more further advice from the Ascended Masters. All right, guys, so we're going to now shuffle. Sorry, I'm going to move the camera down so you can see me shuffling. Sorry, it's a little bit out of kilter, but that's okay. All right, so this is for pile number 1. What is it that... What is it that the people who have chosen pile number 1 need to know from the relationship that they're in? Now, I forgot to say before, guys, sorry, this is really important as well. We're going to use this one. This could be in a current relationship you're in. It could be... it could be from a past relationship. Maybe you need closure from a past relationship so that you can move on. So maybe you need to know what it is that you needed to, maybe you need to find out what it is that you needed to learn so that you can finally move on and gain some closure, because that's, you know, it's what we need to do sometimes to be able to let go. And letting go is a really good thing, guys, because it might really hurt. But if we can let go of something that is not good for us, that isn't helping us grow, that isn't making us happy, that isn't helping us ascend, that isn't helping us on our journey and our reason for being here, then we need to really reconsider being in that relationship, because there's a lesson we need to learn from it. All right, this is a very interesting spread. I like it. So the first card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. So these are the cards, and I'm just going to bring the camera up so you can see me chatting about it, because, you know, that's, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more personal. So Eight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this is a relationship that you have been working hard at, and the other person has been working hard at as well, as what I'm picking up. You'll know whether it's you or that person or both of you. Now, these readings are for male and female, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. So this is a relationship where you've been working hard to make it work or see where it's going to go. The second card you've received is the Star, which is a beautiful card. It's a major arcana. So what I'm getting from this is that this relationship did or has or will, depending on your situation, it was a wish fulfillment, you know. It was something that made you really happy. It was something that was really beautiful, it was emotional, and it made all your dreams come true, which is really lovely. Now we've got, I always forget what this card is. I've seen it a million times, but I think it's just because I like it, but I don't like it, if that makes sense. So we've got the Seven of Swords, but we've got it reversed. So there may have been a little bit of deception, but there may have been deception in this relationship, but it no longer exists, or you experienced deception in other relationships or unfulfillment, almost like, you know, you weren't getting everything you wanted out of past relationships, but in this particular relationship that you're having, whatever, you didn't really need to worry about that. And I think perhaps that's something that you needed to learn from as well, is being able to believe that not everyone is out to get you, not everyone is a game player, not everyone is out to deceive you. Or perhaps you were comfortable enough to feel like you don't need to deceive others, or you can just be yourself. The last card we got was the Emperor. So you or the person you were in a relationship with is really serious. This is another major arcana. So he doesn't have to be older than you. In some regards, he or she might be older than you. Otherwise, they're quite a mature person. This is the Aries card, or fire energy, but it's usually, so it could be Leo, Sag, or Aries, but it's the Aries card. So it might be a relationship that you've had with an Aries or someone with that energy. So this person is really mature. He's in control. He's wise. He knows what he's doing. He's endured many battles to be where he is now. He's really serious. He's stable. He or she. So perhaps what these cards are saying is, what I'm getting is that this relationship is about knowing that with the work that you do on yourself and with someone else in a relationship, that all your hard work will pay off. All the hard work that you've done in the past will pay off, or has paid off. That you don't need to worry about deception. You don't need to worry about someone being a player. You don't need to worry about someone going behind your back. You don't need to worry about being left out or feeling like, you know, you could only get so much out of it, or that you couldn't get everything you wanted and you had to leave certain things behind. You don't feel like that anymore. Or maybe the relationship has gone past feeling like that, or did. And it's really stable. If you were, or if you are with someone who has the Emperor energy, they're serious. This is serious. This is serious. Now, sometimes these people can be a little bit controlling, and I don't mean it in a negative way, because if it was more like that, it would be upside down. Not that cards upside down are negative, they're more so like, you know, this is a blockage. But this is pretty good. So this person, yeah, they're a bit of a warrior, and they're mature, they're wise. Yeah. So this is a nice reading. It's about your wishes being able to come through from what you've learnt in the past. You've mastered a skill. You've been able to let go of the idea of deception, of lies, and you've been able to understand that there are people that you can trust. There is loyalty in people, and this card is what hits the nail on the head. Because this guy's really loyal. He might be a little bit controlling in some aspects. And, you know, some control is okay, but look, the vibe I'm getting from this is not a negative one. I think he's just really got himself together. He or she. So that's really good. So I'm going to... what I'm going to do is I want to get a little bit more clarity on the Emperor, just because I want to. I'm excited. What's the Emperor about? Four of Pentacles reversed. Straight away I'm thinking this person has made you understand, or what you've learned is that you don't need to worry so much, not just about money. I know that Pentacles is generally a money thing, but I feel that this is, you don't need to hold on so tight to material things. You don't need to worry so much about money. You don't need to be so, see, he's covering his chest and he's holding tight onto material things. So I feel like what you're learning from this relationship, or you did, or you have, or you will, from this person, and through what you've learnt, that you don't need to be someone that has to hold everything close to their chest. You don't need to worry so much about material stuff. So nice. I love it. Okay guys, so that is pile one. Well, let's do an oracle card. Wow, I get a really nice, mellow, stable feeling from that reading. I think that reading was also saying to me, like, you're learning how to be in control more of yourself. You've learned how to master being in control. So being the Emperor, not being in control in a negative way, but it was the Four of Pentacles that came out to confirm that. So you don't need to be so worried all the time about money. You don't need to worry about holding feelings close to your chest, or, you know, having to be concerned about deceit. That's something really beautiful to learn. And if it's something you've had to learn from a past relationship, that's awesome, because that means the next relationship you're in, you're going to be ready to rock and roll. You're going to have that wisdom to know that not everyone is out to get you, not everyone is out to deceive you, that there are good people out there. But through the infinite wisdom that you've learned from the Emperor, or being the Emperor, or having that energy, you'll be rocking it. You'll find that beautiful balance. So letting go of material stuff. Money is not everything. Yes, it helps us. Yes, it can make us, you know, we can go on beautiful holidays and have nice things. Absolutely. But, you know, when we come back from the holidays and we're working again, you know what I'm trying to say to you. Money's good, but it's not everything. Status and power is not everything. Wisdom, knowledge, compassion is everything, I think. All right, guys. So we're asking for a final word about pile one from the Ascended Masters. Okay, guys, I need a card. If one doesn't come out soon, I'm going to pick one for you guys. Okay, I'm going to pick one for you guys on your behalf. As a collective, pile one, please tell me something, Ascended Masters, about what else we can know about what we needed to learn or have learned. Oh my goodness. Can't make this up. Find the blessings in your current situation. What did I tell you guys? I'm sorry. These cards were beautiful. Find the blessing in your current situation, past, present, or future. If you can find the blessings in any situation in your life, especially your current ones, sorry. So if you're really mindful, if you try to live in the moment a little bit more, I know that when I say live in the moment, I don't mean, you know, never plan things or don't go to work or anything like that. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say to you, right? If you can find and acknowledge the blessings that you have every day, life is going to be so much easier for you. You're going to attract more abundance, more good relationships, more good times in general, have better energy, have better health. Beautiful. I'm really impressed with that. I love it. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people have done a lot of work. People have done a lot of work from pile one. That's awesome. sorry. I'm shuffling for people that are going to pick pile 2. Okay, we need a message for people that are picking from pile 2. Pile 2, what do they need to learn? What do they need to learn from this relationship? What do they need to learn from this relationship? Pile 2. What do these people need to learn from this relationship? Okay. I got a few too many cards, but that's okay. It means, to me, it means it needs to be said, right? Okay, so people for pile number 2, we have, hopefully you can see, we have 5 of Pentacles to start with. The 5 of Pentacles is challenging times within a relationship, past, present, future, will resonate with you. Not just financially, it can just be financially, but it can also just be, you know, as I've said in other readings about this particular card, it feeling like a burden sometimes. Especially for one person over the other. So it's generally one person feels a little bit more burden than the other, and that doesn't have to mean that it's the woman that feels more burden or the man that feels more burden or the whatever. You know what I'm trying to say, okay? That could be a woman, that could be a man. And you will know, you know who this is, right? Whether it's you or the other person. But both of you are feeling like this relationship was a burden. It was a lot of hard work. You felt left out in the cold many times, both of you. One person more so than the other. So one of you was feeling it more than the other. One of you was a little bit more, let's say, enlightened than the other. Not that the other person is stupid at all. Absolutely not. No one, I don't believe anyone is better than anyone else. What I'm trying to say to you is that one person was maybe a little bit more ahead in the game, should I say, as in, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. You know what that means, right? So it was very challenging. So that could either be, it was like that with money, or the relationship itself, the situation, could be both, right? The second card we have is the Page of Pentacles upside down. So this is learning about money, worrying about little things about money, worrying about the small things, not, you know, not having to worry about small things, or actually worrying, sorry. Okay, excuse me. This is what I'm feeling, and what I'm getting is this is, you know, going with the first card, being concerned about even small amounts of money, small things. I have a feeling that one of these people in the relationship might have been a little bit younger. It could be a really big age gap difference. It could be a small one, but it was definitely placing a little bit of strain on the relationship, because it's kind of like one person wasn't bringing as much to the relationship as the other, perhaps. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, lots of money going on with this relationship, because then we have, sorry guys, the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So it's like this feeling of not being able to have the family with this person that you're with, or have, family doesn't have to mean having children with people. It can literally just be two people being together in a relationship can be a family, you know what I'm trying to say. So it's like there wasn't that feeling of having a family, and I think a lot of it had to do with a lack of money. Because one of you had more money than the other. This is what I'm getting. One of you had more money than the other, or one of you had more overall than the other person, or there was a feeling that one person had more than the other. So maybe one person, maybe someone looked at you like this. They looked at you as a man or a woman that is really well dressed. You've got a nice place to live in. You've got money, you've got a beautiful bird. You know what I mean? That's how you saw them, or they saw you, or maybe that's what you needed to learn, is that you are this, and you are this on your own. You don't need someone else to be with you to be comfortable. And this isn't about being a multi-billionaire. This is about just living a comfortable life. Not having to worry about food, not having to worry about, you can buy clothes every now and then. You have a really good, comfortable lifestyle. You're not this, you're this. So this is all learning about money, and, that you can have this by yourself. You can have this as a single person. And also, that may have been how someone saw you. So it's about you learning that you can be by yourself and, be comfortable with money, because you make good money. Whoever this is, you make good money, or you are going to make good money. If you aren't already, you're going to be comfortable. So the last card, which is just, was the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So it's like this other person was just, it's kind of like they were trying a long time to make things happen, but they weren't really happening. It was just kind of like stagnated and blocked. So, what it was maybe that this other person was trying to do just wasn't happening for them. It wasn't happening for them. So overall, what I'm getting for people that have picked pile 2 is that what you've needed to learn from this particular relationship, or what you do need to learn, is that you can be this by yourself as a single person. You don't want to be having to always, be left out in the cold, or be having to struggle and carry someone else. I know that sounds horrible, and I don't mean it to sound like that as either. I am a compassionate person, trust me, but you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if people aren't able to help you out or support you, or even have the same dreams or ambitions or goals as you, it's going to make it really difficult. So you want to be this. You can be this. Don't be this. Because it's not like it was this and then, there was this woman and then, a king or a knight that was coming in. No, she or he, depending on who you're asking about, is by themselves. You can do this by yourself, right? Don't be bogged down by people who are trying, but I feel like they're not trying hard enough, or they just, without trying to sound really horrible, they're just not cutting it. It's just not happening for them. And it's their own stuff. It's got nothing to do with you, but it's kind of like, I kind of feel like you take it on as it's something personal. It's not. They're just, some of you, they just see you as that, and so it just continues, so they don't feel like they have to really make that much of an effort or put much of an effort into the relationship. So as a summary, what you need to know, guys, from pile 2 is you can be by yourself and be happy and have the things that you like and be fruitful. It's better to be this than to be in a relationship with this. Trust me. Okay? That doesn't make the other person, doesn't make this person bad, but it's young energy. They're not really mature. They don't have what it is you need, because I also feel like you're someone that likes to have a really nice lifestyle, you know, and you want someone to be able to be supporting you financially as well as emotionally, because there's a lot of coins in this reading. So on a positive note, I don't think this is a negative reading at all. I don't think any readings are negative, but what I'm getting from this, as I've said before, is just appreciating yourself, knowing that you can have this without someone else. It's better to be alone than to be unhappy in a relationship. Someone said something really amazing to me a long time ago when I was in my 20s. And I will never forget what she told me. She said to me once, just because you love someone, it doesn't mean you're meant to be with them. And I couldn't agree more, because you can love someone and they can love you, or they can say they love you, or they can love you, but you know, if there's no growth there, if they're not helping you to develop, if you're not helping them to develop, if you can't see ascension between the two of you, if you're not helping each other to reach your goals, if you're not if you're not enriching each other's lives, and that, I'm not just saying financially, that's rubbish, but you know what I mean, on every level, spiritual, financial, everything. It's about the vibe, it's about the connection, and you know, feeling respected and not being played or cheated or taken advantage of. Yeah. So guys, I'm now, whoa, I'm going to take them, it's too many. I'm now going to shuffle, oh sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't do an oracle card for the second pile. Now guys, the video might run out very soon, I'm not sure, so if it does, you'll just have to go to the part 2, okay, and I'll leave the link below for that. So, Ascended Masters, can you please? I didn't even have to ask them, they knew. Priorities. This relationship was or is